Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different because this week I had the pleasure of filming a podcast with my good buddy Sam James and also Neil from Big Kids. Now Sam is a writer and a YouTuber, and he also started an e-skate podcast called The State of ESK8, and on that episode he features both me and Neil as YouTubers, and it's just a really good time. We talked about a whole bunch of different things, and I just wanted to share a snippet of it with you guys because if you like it, I actually filmed 2 podcasts this week, and if you guys are cool with me sharing a little bit of the conversation, I'll go ahead and upload that second one as well. But I'll go ahead and play you a portion of this first one, along with where you can find the full episode linked down below. Without further ado, here is The State of ESK8.
While we're talking about a few little niches, have either of you guys ever cast your eye over electric unicycles, one wheels, or anything like that? Some of the more specialty areas of ESKATE. Does any of that appeal to you?
I've ridden both. I think I like one wheels way more. One wheels are a ton of fun. They're a blast on trails. They're a blast on the street. And when you equip your one wheel with what are they called? Flight fins, the things that sort of hook your feet onto it.
Yeah.
I feel like you can do so many different things. I have a buddy who goes upstairs, downstairs, and he's just insane on his one wheel. He makes me want to get one. It's just when he's on it, he looks like he's just skateboarding and floating it over everything and having the time of his life. I'm nowhere near as good as him on a one wheel. I go slow and on the grass, and I'm still just having just as much fun as him.
What about EUCs? You said you tried both, but you don't sound overly keen on the EUCs?
Well, the EUC it's special.
Ah.
I've ridden one. I think I've ridden one about 2-3 times, to the point where I was able to sort of go forward, make some turns, not go too fast, and it never really appealed. It doesn't feel like skating anymore. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I guess the one wheel, you still kind of feel like you're skating. You're standing on a board in a way. Your feet are in a similar stance as a skateboard. But with the EUC, it just kind of feels like you're standing over something with something in between your legs, and that's not a feeling that I feel comfortable with. I wouldn't want to feel like that for 40 miles.
Fair enough. Neil, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I like them, but I like each of them for different reasons. I think the one wheel I like because it's like there's a lot of things that you wish you could do with an electric skateboard that I feel I've seen a one wheel do. I've tried it, and I haven't tried it enough to get me to buy one. My neighbor has one. But the lack of speed on the one wheel, I like speed. Like it's just, that adrenaline, and then, being able to push your limits. And then once you've pushed those limits, kind of that adrenaline rush that you get from that, you're just like, yeah, I did it. I'm stupid. And then, but then the EUC, I feel like you're changing, like mediums now, like Ronnie was saying, you're not quite skating, but what's appealing to the EUC is that an EUC could like smoke an electric skateboard. Like I think when T-Sean came out to Las Vegas was actually the first time I've seen one. He was like carving in and out of e-skaters, like it was just like he was on a different time frame. Like everybody looked way slower to him, which is probably why he can make such great videos, but that appealed to me, and I was like, wow, he could probably go, plus 30, plus 40 miles per hour, which he said he definitely can. But right now, for me, it's the electric skateboards. This electric stuff is expensive. Oh, bikes. Actually, that's what I want to get into.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'd like to get into bikes.
Before we get into bikes, if I could ride an EUC like Tishan, I would be on board with EUCs. I've seen him ride in person. He is nuts. He is insane. I've seen that carving you were talking about.
Yeah.
I don't understand how he doesn't fall off.
Yeah.
He's literally balancing the entire time, and it's just mind blowing.
You know what's
Actually,
funny about him? He's like very humble because he videotapes. Oh my god, I'm like dating myself. He
Where are
films
you from, caveman?
he films electric skateboarders, but here he is smoking everybody. And then, but he's very humble about it. He doesn't, say anything about electric skateboarders. Doesn't say, oh, mine can smoke yours or this or that, or I'm the EUC camp. He's just like, hey man, I'm doing it for the scene. Like I enjoy just being around people and this and that. And like that's awesome. That he knows he's faster than say the best electric skateboard um, that we would probably know of, but he doesn't say it, and then he's actually filming you, to make you look cool, and it's just interesting, interesting that he could be like that, cool guy.
Yeah, that's it. For me, these little sub niches of the electric scene. Well, maybe that's not even fair to say. Maybe they're not sub niches of the electric scene or electric skateboarding. I think we're all on the level under this broad umbrella of personal electric vehicles. I think that's something we can all get on board with. But not to reference too back to what I was saying earlier about tribalism, but I just hope it doesn't get too tribal. I mean, we're all super enthusiastic about things with motors powered by batteries, so as long as we can keep that thing in common and we don't start to get into this weird tribal, my camp's better than your camp sort of thing, because all of these personal electric vehicles have their pluses and minuses, like you guys have said. I just hope we can keep it one big happy family for as long as possible. I know there have been some hints of sort of breakaways and tribalism in some cities, and that just makes me sad. I hope it doesn't get too far out of control like that. We are small. We're a small fraternity that should, how do you say, focus more on what we have in common than what we have in difference, let's say. What did you want to get into on bikes, guys?
I think they look sick. I've seen Onyx bikes, Super 78s. Just the fact that it looks like an old school like racer style motorcycle. I think they look amazing. Number one, they're stylish. Number two, they go fast enough for me. I haven't really looked too much into the specs of it, but I know that if I were to get one, I would want to take it off road and like on mountain bike parks and just do like jumps and bends and twists and turns and also I think I would actually commute more with an electric bike because I feel like it could handle the streets just a little bit better. Big cracks, big bumps, potholes, grass, dirt. They just look cool. I want to look cool on a bike. I just want to. I have one electric bike right now. It's a small Swagtron bike with like 10-inch wheels, and it looks like I'm the guy from Saw riding his little tricycle. And I just don't want to look like that. I want to look like a badass,
You want to look cool.
not like a cartoon character.
Let's look at winding things down a little bit with a in memoriam section. We've lost a lot of brands over the last 12 months. Would you like to offer each a few parting words of our fallen brands? Neil, can we start with you?
Sure.
What's your what are your parting words to our lost fallen brand Carvon?
Sure. Carvon, thank you for bringing us direct drive technology. That's about it. So
there's really not much else positive to say about you, Carvon.
Right. You brought us some great technology that everybody else is taking advantage of now. And I think he was just in general not a great business owner, but great technology.
I wonder if we will ever see him again.
Yeah.
Ronnie, some parting words for Boosted.
Boosted, thank you for everything that you guys have done. What I talked about earlier in this episode, creating sort of a team and creating high quality media and adventures, you guys sort of did that. And your boards were awesome. The ambassadors you guys had were great. It's just unfortunate that you guys wanted to make a scooter.
Notice when we were talking about all the other PEVs, not one of us mentioned scooters.
If your customer base rides electric skateboards, you should probably stick to that. But it's nice to know that boosted is sort of continuing. But for main boosted, RIP.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys want to catch the full episode, you can find that link down below. What are your thoughts on what we talked about? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys are cool with this format, let me know and I'll go ahead and do it for the second podcast episode. Anyways, until next time, guys, love one another, stay healthy, stay stoked. I'm out. Peace.